He's back, everybody. It is the man, the myth, the legend. Number 3 on the jersey. Number 1 in our hearts. Brody Schaffer, what's happening, man?
Nothing much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome back. Always a pleasure chatting with you. And football season right around the corner. Those Winneconne Wolves have high hopes. And hope you put your Superman cape on. It's go time.
Can't
Brody,
wait.
yes. Let's start with this off season. How has the off season? You're a team guy. I want to start personally with Brody Schaffer. How has this offseason been treating you? Like, what kind of work have you been putting in? Give us a little behind the curtains look. What have you been doing this offseason?
Um, First up, obviously I uh ran track and all that. So after track ended, I kind of had a little obstacle during track sickness and kind of took me back a bit. But I got back to I got back to where I felt I should be right now, and I'm grateful for that. And I would say just being able to work on like the things I feel I need to work on and that type of stuff in the off season, and not being like in a sport this whole summer, and not having to worry about camps and the recruiting process. I kind of just got to like do my thing and get back to where I feel I should be, and that's what I did. So yeah, I'm just really excited for season, and hopefully we can do something special.
So, you said you were working on stuff that you thought you needed to work on. Now, we all know going to Iowa, you're going to be a wide receiver. So, are you putting in work at wide receiver this offseason? Or are you putting in work? You are a quarterback in high school and a very good one at that. Are you putting in work at the quarterback position, wide receiver, or a little of both?
Yeah, great question. So this off season, I'm still working with Joel Stave. He he's been awesome for me the past few years, and he's helped me develop at the quarterback position. But I was also working on some receiver stuff on my own because obviously playing quarterback in high school, it's a lot different than going to college and playing receiver. So I felt I needed to work on some footwork and releases and all that stuff on my own. So I kind of did a little bit of both, but still obviously preparing for this coming season playing quarterback because that's what's most important right now.
Joel Stave, former Badger quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably a wealth of knowledge. Do you have conversations with him about what it's like at the next level? Kind of giving you a little glimpse into what Division I college life is going to be like, being a Division I athlete. Does he talk to you at all about stuff like that?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it is like the mental side of the game. So like him being a quarterback, he has to know everything, and he's like the leader of the team. So he would share some of the knowledge with me on like how things will look and um things that'll work in college, things that I can use to help myself mentally and be prepared rather than kind of like lost. So he's been so much help, not just at the quarterback position, but like mentally and like preparing for the next level and those things. So yeah, he's been a huge help because he's obviously been through it before.
In your junior season, you put up some pretty crazy stats from the quarterback position. 71% completion percentage. I feel like your touchdown number is so high that people just kind of overlook how accurate you were. What part of your quarterback game are you really focusing on this offseason? What are you trying to get better at? I mean, 8 interceptions, maybe clean up that number, but other than that, your numbers were off the charts here, man. What are you trying to get better at and clean up at the quarterback position?
Yeah, I feel like last year I was a little sloppy with the ball at times. I feel like I put the ball somewhere where it shouldn't have been thrown, obviously, and resulted in an interception. But those things happen when you play QB, and I would say also like my mechanics and dropping back. Um, not my throwing motion, but I would say like my footwork sometimes. Like I was always in athletic stance, but sometimes I wasn't always ready to throw, and I would and I would miss a guy or things like that. So I'm trying to work on like feeling more ready all the time, and after I drop back, just ready to throw whenever, but also being able to escape and run too.
Yeah, it's a huge part of your game. One of the most electric players that I got to watch last year. You just have a different gear, and every time you touch the ball, it could go to the house, which is a lot of fun to watch from a fan's standpoint. So, still focusing on that being part of your game, still being that dual threat option, Lamar Jackson type guy. That's still going to be a big part of your game.
100%.
100%. Love that.
Yeah.
All right, so you had all the accolades last year, a ton of success, player of the year. I mean, a stud, basically. What keeps you working hard? A lot of people could just kind of hang their hat and be like, well, I am this good. I already have I signed a commitment with Iowa. I'm good to go. But man, everything I see is that you're just always on the grind. So what keeps you motivated to continue to do this?
I feel like it's the goal since I was a kid. Obviously, ever since I could walk, I dreamed of playing in the National Football League. So that's what keeps me going. And obviously, going to Iowa is just an amazing thing. But I feel like that's just the first step for me. And once I get there, there's a lot more work to be done. There's still a lot more work to be done right now. So I think it's all about perspective and how you view things. Yeah, I am very proud of where I am right now, but I also know that I have a lot more in me, and that's what I'm going to continue to work for and strive for.
Yeah, keep an eye on a bigger goal. That's really tough to do, and great job doing that. Does already signing with Iowa take a little bit of pressure off of you heading into this year?
I feel like I know our team has gained a little bit of attention this offseason, and we're doing a good job of putting that behind us and just working and not worried about all that stuff. But I feel like personally, um, it's helped me because I have less stress of deciding where I want to go, and I'm more focused on our team this year. And last year I had to perform and make highlights and post it out there and tag people because that's how recruiting is nowadays. But now I feel like I can just go out there and be me. I don't have to. I'm not worried about impressing colleges. I can just be myself, and I know I have a home in Iowa, so that's just I'm grateful for that, and it's taken a lot off pressure wise for me.
You might be able to recover a little bit on Saturdays now as well, which will be beneficial and great. Uh, you're in the discussion for the state player of the year. Like I said, one of the most electric players in the state. I've seen a lot of people put you in the top 5. Really unheard of for a small school kid, which is really cool to see. What would winning state player of the year, being labeled as the state's best player, mean to you?
Um, uh, Honestly, it would be a cool thing, but I'm more focused on what we can do as a team this year because we know our goal, and I think you know our goal. So whether that's whether that's my stats don't look as good, I don't care. Honestly, I just wanna do what we can as a team and go as far as we want. Yeah, those accolades are cool, but I feel like that team award that we could that we could achieve if we keep working is way more important than an individual award, and that's something I'll always have that mindset for it, and I feel like it's a great mindset to have for our team because it's I've always believed in the team before myself, and I know everyone on our team believes that too, and that's what's so special about our team.
So you were one game away from the big stage last year. You guys came out of nowhere to some people. I was firmly on the bus when the season began last year, so I'm gonna, tip my hat on that one. But you guys have a ton of people returning. The spotlight is on you guys fully. You are now projected to be one of the final teams standing in your division. With all of this spotlight, how has that shifted to your team's focus? How's the offseason been? Has it put extra pressure on you guys? How are you guys handling the newfound accolades that you guys are getting?
Yeah, and I think I can speak for everyone on this is that we feel it's a great honor to be in this position, but we also don't want it to affect our mentality and the we're already good enough type of things. We go to work every day at practice, and honestly we play like we haven't done anything yet, which is true. It's a new year, and we feel we have a lot more to prove this year because last year's last year, and we know that we have a lot more in us, and I think everyone's super excited to just get out there on the field together to prove that. And I feel like our coach has done a great job. They've they've been great at keeping us working and keeping everyone's heads level, and just pushing us harder than ever before because they know our potential and we do too, and I think that's what makes it special without feeling the arrogance and like the overconfidence this year, which I'm super grateful for that, and I hope we can continue to do those type of things and not get too far ahead this season, but focus on one game at a time.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of players returning. You guys were very much junior laden last year. Now those juniors are seniors. You guys have done the grind of just being so deep into the playoffs. What did you guys take from that deep run that you can turn into getting maybe another step further this year?
Yeah, I feel like the one thing we learned is that there's always good teams out there, no matter where from or like what time of year you play them. So we always know there's great competition out there, and we kind of learned that we should have played to our strengths more that game instead of going away from what we're um, what we've always done. So I feel like just we learned to stick to our identity and not get too far ahead and too fancy with everything, and I feel like that's special and something that we can take into this year and just do our thing rather than um, trying to be a team we aren't.
Do you have a new mix of underclassmen that are gonna see like significant playing time? And if so, how are they mixing in with the older blend that you guys have?
Yeah, we have a couple guys. I would say most of the I guess you could call underclassmen that will probably see a lot of playing time this year are honestly our incoming juniors. So, we have an older squad, but some of those players that didn't play much last year, they have the opportunity to come in and fill roles and do their thing. But I feel like we have a lot of depth, and I feel like that's obviously important. If guys get injured and all that type of thing, so we need more than just like one or two guys. Obviously, we need a lot of dudes, and we have some guys this year that have stepped up in the class below me and the senior class that I'm in.
All right, you guys must have team goals. It must be discussed. What is the team goal for this season? Clearly, the outsiders are talking state title. We're talking Bay champion, all the normal stuff. Do you guys have specific team goals that you are plastering in the locker room that you know you want to get to?
Yeah, I feel like the the team goal is to win every game. I feel like that's every team's goal. But I feel like us we're thinking one game at a time right now, and we know we have the potential to do something really special. But we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, and we want to focus on each week because any given day someone can beat you, and that's how sports work. So, and we're aware of that, and um, I'm just really excited to get out there with the dudes because we really get to show how we've been working and what we learned from last year, and I feel like it'll really help us each week, striving for the W.
It's okay to talk about your team goals, man. It's okay to whisper the state title thoughts. Yeah, I think it's all laid out for you guys, and it's okay to talk about. It's a realistic goal, but I appreciate the week to week, taking on the challenge per game, as opposed to seeing, oh, you got to see the big picture. But yeah, I'm excited for this season for you guys. I'm very excited. You have another player who is a Division I signee, correct, Hudson?
Yes,
That's
Hudson.
almost unheard of in Winneconne to have two guys to be able to go Division I. How have you and Hudson kind of helped each other or pushed each other? What's that relationship like?
Yeah, I'm super happy for the kid. Him going to the Division I level is something I always knew was possible with him because he has so much potential. And he's a great player. And so I'm glad that that panned out for him. I feel like throughout the recruiting process, he would reach out to me and ask me how to go about things, how like what to post, who to tag, and those are the things I helped him. And I'm glad things went awesome for him because he got the attention he deserved. His first few D2 offers, I'm like, okay, he's getting attention, and then he got a few D1, and I was super proud of the kid because obviously growing up playing with him, he's a great player, and you want to see him get noticed like that. So I'm super happy it worked out for him, and I know we're both really excited to get going this season and be on the same page.
Yeah, super exciting, and I mean, what a luxury to have in front of you, protecting you. Hudson's
Yeah.
just a mad dog up there. Yeah, super proud of him. Division I ride is great for him. I want to circle back. I was really interested in this, and I skipped the question. But I want to know. So last year, you took a beating. You did everything. You ran 184 attempts. You took hits on defense. You were probably the water boy on the sidelines. You played special. Like, you did it all, and you got beat up. How did you focus this offseason? Did you put any extra focus on kind of protecting your body heading into this year? Does the coaching staff have any sort of plan keeping you healthy throughout, keeping you able to perform at a high level throughout? Yeah, and do you have any concerns looking past this season? If you know what I mean, like, are they going to help the toll on your body that it's going to get beaten, right?
hmm
I don't know if I'm phrasing that correctly for you.
Yeah.
I just the overall health this season.
Yeah. I feel that's not really something I've talked to the coaches yet. Obviously, it's still our first week of practice, scrimmage this
Yeah,
Friday. But you know, I've prepared the same way. Obviously, last year I did take a big beating on my body, but I'm grateful that I had no serious injuries, and the way I have been training and the way I trained last year is pretty much the same. So I believe in the way I've trained my whole life, and it's worked for me. So obviously, I'm gonna wake up on some Saturdays pretty beaten
yeah,
up, but
yep.
um, I feel like that all depends on game plan too. With the coaches, that's something we can game plan throughout the week, uh, depending on matchups and all that stuff. So I feel like we're more of aware of it this year, and maybe we could prevent some of the beating, but I just want to play football, so we'll
Yeah, you
see.
just want to play football for sure, and obviously we all want you to remain healthy throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we just talked in a prior interview just about how sore you were on Saturdays, and then you'd have to hop in the car, and like, you're going to be able to take a little better care of your body this year, which is going to be awesome. Um, yeah, very good. All right, so the season is right around the corner. Game 1 versus Little Shoot. Not the easiest matchup. Little Shoot's a very game opponent. New coach, running an option. Have you guys started game planning for them? Started talking about it? Um, you're familiar with Little Shoot because you played them last year. thoughts on Little Shoot? Thoughts on opening your season with Little Shoot?
We have not done any game planning. We're focused on the scrimmage this Friday and just like bettering ourselves, like what we can do to improve for week one. Um, because Amherst is a great squad too, and we're excited to get better against them. But for Little Shoot, they're always a very defensively sound team. Last year it was a battle. They're a great team, and they're always going to be solid and in a tough matchup. So. I know they're returning some athletes on both sides of the ball, so I'm really excited for the matchup because it's a great challenge for both of us. Like both teams get a great challenge to start the season, and you couldn't ask for a better game to start the season for. So, I'm excited. Obviously, the new coach coming in, so that's something they have to adjust and learn all his stuff and all those type of things. But I know they're going to be a great matchup for us, and I'm looking forward to competing.
Yeah, for sure. And both teams playoff aspirations for both you and Little Shoot, so it should be a fantastic way to start the season. Is it only against Amherst for your scrimmage, or are you guys doing? Yeah, okay.
Just Amherst.
Nice. All right, so looking at your schedule, is there a game that you circle? Are you most excited about said game? I know that when I was in school, it was always Omro, always a China Bowl. That was such a huge deal. Do you guys have a game that you're really pinpointing?
Honestly, I think the game we're really pinpointing off the bat is Little Shoot. We know they're going to be a top team we play this year, and we know it's going to be a great battle against them. So that's something we've been looking forward to ever since last year ended. So I'm really excited to play them, and I know we're going to get battle tested right away, and that's something I love.
Yeah, it's a big game right out of the gates. Do you have a favorite stadium to play in? And I'm not talking about home field. I understand that that's the one. Do you have a favorite stadium to play in away from home?
Xavier.
Xavier?
Yeah.
Okay. What
Yeah.
set Xavier apart?
Honestly, it's their new turf. They just got new turf, and it's awesome. It's super nice. We played there last year, and the turf was amazing. So
Yeah.
it's always an electric atmosphere there, win or lose. So I just love playing there, and I love battling against them.
All right. And I got one more question. With the new NIL stuff in place, you being one of the premier players in the state, has that taken? I'm fascinated by the NIL in high school. I just want to see how it plays out and what happens with it. Has that come into play at all with you?
No,
Not at all.
nope. I've kind of just been, if something comes to me, then it comes to
Sure.
me. But I'm not really seeking out for that type of stuff because I feel like there's plenty of that in college. So um, I'm just I'm trying to be a kid
Yeah.
and just enjoy the rest of high school. And if something like that does come my way, then I'll look into it and see if that's something I like to do.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see how that moves forward and like who latches on to that and
Yeah.
what the actual market in high schools is going to be. I'm fascinated by it and figured I'd ask the man who's if anyone's getting an offer, that would be you. Brody, I appreciate you taking time with me today. Best of luck on the season. We will definitely be watching and keeping in touch and all that fun stuff. State title this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Pulling for the Wolves, man. I was with you guys last year, and I can't wait to ride that ride again this season. It's going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, just do your thing, man. You're very fun to watch, and we all appreciate you. So keep it up.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. That's Brody Schaffer, Winneconne Wolves. Check them out. First game right around the corner against Little Shoot. We will be tuning in. Brody, have a great day, and we will be in touch.
Thank you.